What's going on, Shady People? ShadyPenguinn here. Welcome you back to Shady VGC, where we go on Battle Spot and play some Pokemon VGC Video Game Championship Double Battle. So today we're coming with a team that was suggested by the Shady person, Nestor TL. Now, unfortunately, the comment is so large that I'm not going to go ahead and display it on the screen, but Nestor TL, thank you so much for commenting this team. His comment is on episode number 12, I believe, of Shady VGC. Let me double check right now. Yes, it's episode number 12 with Feraligatr and Tracheon on the front. So be sure to go back. You'll see his comment down there. Really awesome team. He's got a Liepard, Breloom, Suicune, gosh diggity darn, Landorus, Heatran, and Mega Gardevoir. So the Liepard packs the Swagger, which I know is a very touchy move on the internet, but it's mainly used in combination with Foul Play in order to deal out some serious damage to those Pokemon. And because it's really risky. If you go for Swagger on a physical attacker and then they break through, it's like you only use it on special attackers, really. But completely legal VGC, completely viable. I haven't used it yet. I practiced 2 games with this team. I haven't actually used Swagger yet, just because I kind of stray from it. Then we have Breloom with Spore, Mach Punch, Seed Bomb, and Protect. Suicune is not packing Protect, instead it is packing Snarl, Scald, Ice Beam, and Tailwind. Landorus is Choice Scarfed with Rock Slide, Earthquake, Superpower, and Stone Edge. Now, at first I was like, why have Rock Slide and Stone Edge? But then it's, of course, for those wide guard situations, and I actually ran into it in the battle when I was practicing, so I'm really, really happy that I have both of those on there, that he put both of those on there. Our Heatran, our Chevy Malibu, has Protect, Substitute, Earth Power, and Heat Wave, so that's really, really nice for us. We don't have Flash Cannon to deal with fairies, but that's alright because we do have, we can get behind a sub, and really Sylveon's not really a huge threat to us because we resisted stab, so it's not really that big of a deal not being able to hit fairies for super effective damage. Then of course we got Mega Gardevoir with Hyper Voice, Protect, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. So we're gonna go on right now. We're gonna use this team probably for, I'd say, at least 3 episodes because I want to see how we can do with it. Our rating right now is 1625, so we're starting to work our way back up a little bit. Nothing crazy at all. At one point we were at like 1900 when we used the Blaziken team back in the day, so we're trying to get re-familiar with VGC right now. I really want to get invested in this meta. I enjoy playing VGC so much, and with you guys leaving team suggestions like this, it'll allow me to explore new strategies along with getting better and more familiar with the meta. So it'll be really, really awesome to continue this series. This is probably going to be uploaded every other day. By the way, in case you don't already, this is kind of somewhat of a shameless plug, but YouTube's uploading process, or actually their publishing process, is kind of wonky right now. For example, at the time of recording this, I made public my Pokemon Black randomized Nuzlocke about an hour ago, and it still is not published to sub boxes, so a lot of you guys haven't seen it yet. So make sure you're following me on Twitter. All my videos do go there, whether they publish or not. So if you have alerts on my feed, or as long as you go on Twitter, you'll see the thumbnail of a new video. That's the best way to see it. So my opponent has a Swampert, Rotom Heat, Clefable, Salamence, Terrakion, and gosh diggity darn Ferrothorn. So this is kind of a tricky team. He's got an Intimidate user. We have no kind of competitive, so that's fine. That's bad. That's bad for when we see a possible Intimidate user. So we do want our Breloom here because I really don't have anything else to hit that Swampert with, but I doubt he's going to open up with the Swampert. I think he's going to open up with the Rotom and possibly either the Salamence or the Terrakion, or even the Clefable is kind of an issue. I kind of have to deal with that Clefable as soon as possible. I definitely have to deal with that Clefable as soon as possible. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to open up with Shady Lady, and I'm going to open up with, I kind of want to open up with Suicune, because Scald hits a lot of things, so does Ice Beam. But the only thing I'm really worried about then is that Ferrothorn. If he leads with the Ferrothorn, this lead can't really handle the Ferrothorn very well. Granted, I do have the Shadow Ball, but that's really not what I want to do. I'd kind of much rather prefer Chevy Malibu in there. I'd really prefer Chevy Malibu in there somewhere. You know what? I think I'm gonna go Shady Lady and Chevy Malibu. These two, Shady Lady's gonna be riding in the Chevy Malibu. I think that's what we're gonna be doing. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring Toph because it is Choice Scarfed. It's gonna outspeed things because I don't think we're gonna have the opportunity to do anything but bring Rolex. So we have Toph, Rolex, Shady Lady, and Chevy Malibu here going in for the very first time on the channel with this team. So it'll be interesting to see how we can do. It'll see what we can do. And Brendan is issuing the challenge. Shady Lady, and I love the fact that nicknames are on Battle Spot now. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for doing that, GameFreak / Nintendo / whoever decides that stuff. So my opponent does open up with the Ferrothorn. Really, really awesome that I did predict that correctly. Shady Lady is levitating right now. Not that it matters, but Shady Lady is levitating. I have the freedom here to just go for a straight up Hyper Voice and to get and to get the Heat Wave off. Now I could sub up. I could definitely sub up. I'm kind of considering it, considering there's no way that his Ferrothorn's going to stay in. So I'm going to take the opportunity to get a free substitute up, because he does have the possible Terrakion that can come in. Oh, he's actually going to stay in. Wow. I'm really hoping that Ferrothorn goes for the Protect. Really hoping that Ferrothorn goes for Protect. The Ferrothorn is going to Protect. Absolutely fantastic. No matter what this Rotom does, I'm kind of okay with it. He's probably going to go for a Volt Switch on the Gardevoir, I'm assuming. Actually goes for the Overheat on the Gardevoir. Makes sense, definitely. Obviously can't go for the Overheat on the Heatran. Unfortunately, that does a heck of a lot of damage, but he's also going to suffer a heck of a lot of damage. He's got the Life Orb, that's why. Wow. Rotom Heat with a Life Orb. We'll get a Hyper Voice off. Rotom does resist it, so kind of unfortunate. Almost no reason for me to go for the Hyper Voice now that I think about it. Yes, that was definitely a pretty big misplay. The good news is that it kind of leaves that Rotom at a place where Psychic's going to finish it off. We should outspeed the Rotom now, so I'm going to go for the Heat Wave here. Our Chevy Malibu is sitting behind a sub. Absolutely awesome. And Psychic will go to connect with the Rotom, while a Heat Wave will connect to both. And hopefully it'll easily take out that Ferrothorn. I mean, unless it's Assault Vest, max special defense, max HP, and I get the lowest of low rolls. Heat Wave's gonna connect, and I can't see Ferrothorn living that unless he's Focus Sash, which I would be shocked if he is. Down goes the Ferrothorn. Unfortunately, that Heat Wave is gonna pop the Citrus Berry on. Oh wait, hold on. No Citrus Berry. We already saw the Life Orb. Never mind. Now, as long as we we don't outspeed. That's my own fault. That is definitely my own fault. I forgot the investments. It's a crit! I forgot the investments that my opponent made on the Shady Lady actually makes for a pretty slow Gardevoir. It's more of a offensive / defensive build, but not a fast build. So our Chevy Malibu's still sitting pretty. Unfortunately, the Terrakion can come out at any moment. Because of that, and because of how low the... you know what? I feel like the Salamence is going to come out next. I'm going to go into Toph because I really think the Salamence is going to come out, and I want to get an Intimidate off. Or the... Oh, okay, the Swampert comes out. Wow, that kind of stinks. Had I gone into the Breloom, I'd be in great shape. I'd be in absolutely fantastic shape. Unfortunately, though, I did not go on into the Breloom, and this puts us in a really bad position. I'm going to go ahead, and I think I'm just going to switch out. I mean, the Rock Slide... I can't switch out. I have to go for Rock Slide. I'm going to have to let this this Landorus go. It's all right, though. We're going to go for the Heat Wave to finish off the Rotom. And, I mean, it has a very slight chance to burn the Swampert, but I'm really not counting on that. More hoping for the 30% flinch, I'm not going to lie. The good news is that if the Rotom does stay in, he is going to stay in. If the Rotom does stay in, as it does, the Rock Slide should take it out, which means that the Swampert will take a full Heat Wave, which I know isn't that big of a deal, but it's still more damage than it would have been if it was spread damage. So the Rotom's going to go down, obviously. We have a chance to get the flinch here. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and see this Heat Wave, how much damage is going to do. It is resisted, so it's not going to do much, unfortunately. And there's going to be a Waterfall connecting to... Oh, actually going for the Chevy Malibu. I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that, because we were behind a sub for a reason. We do have an Intimidate off, so we should be somewhat okay here. I'm hoping the Salamence does come out. Hoping Salamence does come out. Let's see. Oh, it's the Terrakion that comes out, actually. All right. Well, that kind of stinks for us. With that in mind, I'm definitely going to have to switch out my Toph. And as obvious as the Protect is, actually, because the Protect is so obvious, do I think he's going to double up? You know, I'm going to go for the Substitute because I think, actually, he's only seen Sub. He probably doesn't think I run Protect. I'm gonna go for the Protect on the Chevy Malibu. I'm going to protect the car. Don't want to get any scratches in it. Think that's a good idea. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's a good idea. So, Breloom's going to come in. Chevy Malibu goes for the Protect. I'm hoping for... not having my Chevy Malibu protects itself. Ice Punch. Oh! Well, unfortunately for me, that is going to do a lot of damage to Rolex. And my Chevy Malibu is almost useless here. Almost useless. Not entirely useless, but almost. Now, this is a really, really tough spot to be in. I'm pretty sure that Breloom outspeeds... Actually, Breloom's kind of slow, isn't it? Breloom, what's your speed looking like? Breloom's speed ties with a Mega Swampert. Wow. Alright. So do I think the Terrakion... You know what? I'm just going to Mach Punch. I'm going to Mach Punch the Terrakion, and I am going to... I'm going to Earth Power... I'm going to Earth Power the Terrakion. Could be a mistake, but... Oh, no! Wow, and he's going to go for the EQ. Oh my gosh, that was such a good play on my opponent's part. Why didn't I think about the Protect? For some reason, I just totally forgot about the Protect. Rolex, you might be able to live this because he's intimidated and you resist. You do live on 11, and Chevy Malibu lives as well. Oh no, Chevy Malibu fainted, never mind. Well, I'd say the only good thing that's happening right now is the fact that Toph comes out. And Toph is Choice Scarf. We're going to get another Intimidate off, which means that Swampert is now at -2. Which hopefully means we can live an Ice Punch. Now, the really unfortunate thing is I think this is going to come down to a speed tie. Oh no. Yeah, I'm at a loss right here. I could Mach Punch the Terrakion. Oh, if I just Bullet Seeded the Swampert last turn, I would have won easily. Okay, I could Bullet Seed the Swampert, but then I had to take an EQ. I could Bullet Seed the Swampert and lock myself into Superpower. But then the Terrakion's gonna take out the Breloom. You know what, let's just Protect and EQ. Let's do what he just did. Let's Protect and EQ. I'm gonna Protect an EQ. I think the Terrakion has to go after the Breloom. I'm pretty positive he has to. I wonder if we're gonna see that Quick Attack. We don't see the Quick Attack. We're probably gonna see a Focus Sash on this Terrakion here, though. Could be Lum, but I feel like we'll see a Focus Sash. It is gonna be Focus Sash. A critical hit on the Swampert. That might end up helping us. I think he's gonna definitely... The Terrakion goes for the Rock Slide. He's gonna double up on Toph, unfortunately. And we're gonna see it do that much. Ice Punch, can you not? Can you not? Can you live it? The double Intimidate pays off, and I think that's gonna go ahead and secure this game for us. I'm gonna go for the Mach Punch on the... Oh, wait a minute. I mean, it pretty much does. It pretty much does. Because there's no universe in which Terrakion outspeeds... I'm gonna Mach Punch Terrakion, and I'm gonna EQ. I feel like that's my only play. I mean, if he has Quick Attack, he could win if he Protects now, which he's going to. I basically had no choice. I mean, I could have Mach Punched the Swampert, but I really don't think that matters. I really don't think that would matter. This EQ is going to take out the Swampert. It's also going to take out Rolex, unfortunately. And now it just comes down to, does Terrakion have Quick Attack, and is it enough to take out the Landorus? But I know I'm speaking in a singles manner here. Terrakion very rarely, at least I think, very rarely pack Quick Attack. And he is intimidated. He is intimidated. This was a great battle. So I don't think there's any chance. So we're gonna walk away with a win, a very close win. So if you guys like that battle, let me know in the comment section below or hitting that like button really quick. But we have another battle coming, so don't go anywhere just yet. You guys can tell by the video timer that we still got another battle coming. But we defeated Brendan just barely. That second Intimidate really won us the game. Not to mention the crit Earthquake could have mattered on the Swampert, although I really don't think it did. Had I not gotten that crit, I definitely would have Mach Punched the Swampert on that last one instead of going for the Terrakion. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to go in for another battle in today's episode. I definitely enjoy using your guys' team. This is really cool. I know you guys might think it's a standardist team and it has a lot in common with my last team. Not really. Never mind. Not really at all. So I understand that, but it's totally cool. I think in VGC it's more about how you use your chess pieces, not which chess pieces. We're going against Lottie95. His Twitter's Lottie95. We should at him. We should definitely at him. You guys should go chase him down on Twitter and say you just battled ShadyPenguinn. But we have or Shady People. I don't know, something. We have a Thundurus, Verizon, Arcanine, Mega Kangaskhan, Hydreigon, and Aegislash. So a very different-ish team. We do see the Kangaskhan possibilities. Kind of want to take advantage of Tailwind at this point. I'm going to open up Sassy, our cat, who is nicknamed after what? Let me know if you know what Sassy the Cat is from. It's an old 90s movie, maybe possibly even made in the 80s, 88, 87, 89, I'm not sure. But Breloom's looking really, really nice here, and so is Toph. Toph looks fantastic here. But then we have nothing for the Virizion, which realistically, Shady Lady can bop the Virizion and the Hydreigon, so we're gonna go with that. And then I think I'm gonna go Chevy Malibu. Oh my gosh, this team has a bunch of good Pokemon that makes me question who I'm gonna bring. I mean, I could bring Toph. Toph hits a lot of things pretty hard. Not gonna lie, hits them pretty hard when he needs to. And then Chevy Malibu. No, you know what? We're gonna go Toph. We're gonna go Toph. Speed is what I need. But we got Tailwind coming up. We could have went Breloom. I think we should have went Breloom. The Tailwind Spore action is too powerful. We're gonna have to do that in the next episode. Most definitely. Most definitely. Hey, YouTube, have you published my episode yet? Nope, you haven't. That's great. That's great, YouTube. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. I can't re-upload this. I cannot. I really cannot. So he opens up with the Thunderous Kangaskhan, a lead that is pretty mean. A pretty mean lead. But I'm going to go ahead and I am going to fake out the Kangaskhan. And I'm actually going to Ice Beam the Thunderous because I feel as though a taunt is possibly coming my way to the Suicune. I feel as though a taunt is possibly coming my way. So I'm not used to not having Blaziken to deal with these Mega Kangaskhan's. I'm really not. That's why I should have probably brought the Breloom. We're gonna fake out the Jackie, the Kangaskhan, and the actually goes for the T-Wave on the Suicune. That's really unfortunate, but the Ice Beam is gonna do a good amount of damage as long as I break through. Jackie flinches, and I get fully paralyzed. Well, that's unfortunate. That is definitely unfortunate. There's really no reason for me to go for the Encore on anyone. I'm actually just gonna go for the... I kinda want to Scald. I feel like we have to get the Tailwind up now. I feel like if we don't get Tailwind up, we're kinda dunzo funzo. I'm gonna get the Tailwind up. A little late. Should have gotten it up last turn, although we did get fully paralyzed, so it doesn't matter what we chose. I just really wanted to use the Ice Beam. Sassy still outspeeds the Mega Kangaskhan. This should do a decent amount. It's a 2-hit KO, and Double Edge is going to connect onto the Sassy Cat. So Sassy Cat's going to go down in just one Double Edge, although it kind of makes sense. And Jackie's going to suffer some recoil, some really good recoil. Thunderbolt's going to come through on Beauty, and that is going to Smarch. Although we do take it pretty well. It's going to pop our Citrus. That's not bad. That's not a terrible turn. We're kind of trading Sassy for a Mega Kangaskhan, which isn't too bad in my opinion. It's not too bad. So what I want to do here is I will most likely go out into Toph. I'm going to go out into Toph. As much as I want to go out into something else and go into my Gardevoir and just get a Hyper Voice off and hurt things bad, going out into Toph seemed kind of nice because the Rock Slide is super effective. The Rock Slide is super effective. Even if the Sucker Punch wants to come through, it's not the end of the world. I feel as though there's a chance he'll preserve his Kangaskhan, so I partly want to go for Snarl, but I'm just going to go for the safe Ice Beam on the Thunderous because I think that thing is staying in. The Kangaskhan is going to get preserved, kind of as I thought. He's going to go out into the Virizion. Would have been amazing. Oh, and he withdraws the Thunderous as well. Wow. Was on into Gundam the Aegislash. So that is a terrible turn for us. Absolutely terrible turn. Rock Slide is resisted by both of my opponents. Ice Beam is going to do absolutely nothing to the Aegislash. And unless we get a freeze, we're not. Nope. And that's leftovers. That is leftovers right there. So Toph is pretty much useless at this point. It's really not good to be in here, so I have to switch out of the Shady Lady, but that does not bode well for me at all. At which point, I am just going to go for the Snarl. I'm just going to go for the Snarl because I feel like the Ice Beam and the Virizion is super obvious, and I think that Suicune's going to go down to this thing anyway. I think that I pretty much lost this match. I got severely outplayed, without a doubt. I'm going to go ahead and Trace the Justified so that when I get hit by that random Dark move, Leaf Blade's going to come through, and Suicune is not going to appreciate that. Not gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna live on 11 though, and we're gonna see the Life Orb on the Virizion, and Gundam goes for the Substitute. So that's super unfortunate, because we could have taken out the Virizion, but it's okay, because we have Shady Lady here now. And as much as I want to go for the Shadow Ball, Oh no, I forgot about Justified. I mean, I just said it, but I totally forgot about it. It's alright though, because like I said, Shady Lady can kind of force the Verzion out with a Hyper Voice, or it'll pretty much KO with a Hyper Voice. At least I think it will. There's really no reason for me to preserve. He could protect with the Verzion though. Do you think he's going to protect with the Verzion? I feel like he'll protect with the Verzion. Don't you think? I feel like he'll protect with the Verzion, so I'm going to go. I don't want to waste my turn of. I'm just going to go for the Hyper Voice. I'm going to go for the Hyper Voice, and I'm going to let my paralyzed Suicune go down, because honestly at this point it's pretty much donezo. It's pretty much donezo funzo. Let's see. Gardevoir. Oh, Pico goes for Protect, just like I thought. But I didn't want to go with my gut instinct. Did not want to go with my gut instinct, and now I'm definitely gonna. Gundam is definitely gonna take out my Gardevoir, without a doubt. There's the stance change. That stinks so much. Flash Cannon, Gardevoir, you're not living it. I mean, Snarl made you -1, so possibly. Oh, you are gonna take it. All right. And do we still have the Tailwind? Beauty's fully paralyzed. It would have just been nice to break the sub, you know, it just would have been nice. I would have just enjoyed it very much so. So Tailwind peters out. That's terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Hyper Voice, and we definitely lost this one. I almost wanna give it up. I'm gonna go for the Tailwind on the off chance that Beauty doesn't get targeted down, but I can't see that happening. I cannot see that happening. There's the Leaf Blade gonna connect with the Shady Lady, I'm sure. Down goes Shady Lady. Had I been smart, although I don't think it matters, I would have protected with. Let's see if it matters. Yep, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say I would have protected with the Gardevoir and gone for the Tailwind, hoping that maybe I wouldn't get targeted down, but really there's no chance of that happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and forfeit this one because there's nothing that I can lock myself into with Landorus that can win this game. So my opponent, that one turn where he double switched was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for opportunities like that on both sides of the field in the future. So we had one really good win, and then of course, one completely bodied. And this is the kind of stuff that I want, though. I want to learn how to do VGC in this manner. So we're going to walk away with a loss and a win, but we're going to come back in a couple days, and we're going to have 2 more matches on Battle Spot. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like rating down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Leave team suggestions. I will give you the shout-outs and link your channel in the description if I use your team, of course. I love you guys so much, but I'm going to get the heck out of here. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.